Hello agents, and welcome back to another Division build video. The raid releases tomorrow and I've been sorting out all of my gear ready for any possible scenario that might hit us, and this is my healer build. I have done it with the new Future Initiative gear set. There's a couple of other ways you can run it. You can actually go with an all yellow build, and I'll mention that a little bit later on in the video. But this is the one I put together because I'm not going to be a main healer, and this one you can put together really quickly and actually use in any scenario in the game and be really good at healing as well. And best of all, it actually provides a damage boost as well for the rest of your team. So it's really good to have at hand for when you're running content, maybe even legendary content, and you decide actually we need a healer to be able to get through this. So first of all, we're going to start with the specialization. And I've gone with Survivalist. You're going to want to use Survivalist for any healing scenario in the game. And the reason why is it puts out 15% increased outgoing healing. It's really good. Don't want to be passing this up. You also get the Fire Grenade that basically you can help CC your enemies. If your DPS guys can't quite keep up with the amount of enemies that you've got on screen at the time, you throw a Fire Grenade. It'll stop them firing at anybody for a few seconds while your DPS guys catch up. Obviously remember to spec into the gun damage that you're using. We are going to be using our guns a little bit with this build, and I'll explain why in a second. The med pack's great in an emergency. If you've run out of heals for whatever reason and you are able to heal yourself, it heals over 5 seconds, but it applies to all your group members within 20 meters as well. So you have got an emergency backup heal if that situation arises. Looking at the build, I've gone with the Mark 17. Choose your gun of choice here. I actually, if I've got a lot of materials for rolling my guns, what I could do is just roll the talent here on this M1A. I prefer using the M1A, and I could just roll the bottom talent to reformation. But I am using both in this build for different reasons. So first of all, with reformation, headshots grant 30% skill repair for 15 seconds. Really nice. Doesn't have to be a headshot kill. So you can just spam the Mark 17 or spam whichever gun it is you're using, an AR, even an SMG, and get a headshot and then go back to healing, and you'll get 30% skill repair for 15 seconds. My second gun I've gone with is my M1A with Future Perfect. I use this for my skill damage builds as well. And Future Perfect weapon kills grant 1 skill tier for 15 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6, which we are, grant overcharge for 15 seconds. Cooldown is 90 seconds. So you would only use it if you think you can steal a kill, maybe from a red bar or from an enemy that's almost dead. And then throw out your Hive or throw out whatever skills you want to do, because you're going to get an overcharged variant at that point. So it's just in there for that niche scenario where you think, actually, I can finish this enemy off. It's an M1A, it's hitting for 320k even on an all yellow build. So it's not impossible to be killing purples and reds and helping out with that bit of damage if you need an overcharged Hive for a situation. And I'll go over that in a little bit and show you how good an overcharged Hive actually is. Other gun options that you could do though is run the Lullaby or the Sweet Dreams, and just be able to instantly kill any non-elite enemy with a smack in an emergency situation is really nice. There is the designated hitter, which gives you the perfect reformation, but it's a marksman rifle, gives you 40% skill repair, and I just don't think it's worth it. It just doesn't hit very well. Doesn't suit, quickly being in and out of cover, having to heal and keep yourself generally out of the way of danger. It just takes up too much time to get that extra 10%, so I just don't think it is worth it. The Fire Grenade, as we said before, Liberty, it's just something I've put in there. Don't worry about that. You can put whatever you want in there. You probably will never use it. So first of all, we'll go over the new gear set, the Future Initiative. 2 pieces gives us 30% repair skills. 3 gives us 15% skill haste and 30% skill duration. 4 piece gives us ground control, and that increases you and your allies' total weapon damage and skill damage by 15% when at full armor. Remember, that's when you're at full armor. When you repair an ally, you and all allies within 5 meters of you are also repaired for 60% of that amount. It's just a crazy, insane amount of healing, just as long as you remember to position yourself correctly. It's really, really good. The core attribute across all this gear is going to come as skill tier, and I've rolled on repair skills, and I put in repair skills in the mod slot. We haven't got the backpack and the chest available to me yet. They're coming the raid. They actually would make this build even better, but for now this is the best we've got. And as you can see, gloves are just the same, skill tier with repair skills. The knee pads, skill tier with repair skills, and the holster, skill tier with repair skills. Mods wise, on all 3 of my mod slots I've gone repair skills. If you wanted to, you could put skill haste in there instead, or skill duration. That's totally up to you and the content that you're running. If you're finding you are actually running out of skills and you feel like you're over healing too much, you might be better running skill duration or skill haste, but then just keep the mods on you and tailor it to whatever content you're running at the time. You could also perhaps change an attribute on the gear as well to skill haste if you found that you were healing too much but not quick enough. But obviously, because we're only ever really going to change one of the attributes on these gear sets, it makes them really, really versatile. It doesn't cost you any more to re-roll them in the recal station, so you can always change them around to whatever content you're doing at the time for a really low cost. Looking at the yellows, I've gone for 2-piece Murakami. If you don't have Murakami, you can actually go 2-piece Alps for this build. As you can see, 2-piece Alps gives you 20% repair skills and 20% skill duration. But then if you look at Murakami, it just gives you the other way around, 20% skill duration and 20% repair skills. What you could do if you wanted to, you could run an Alps backpack to get the 20% repair skills straight away. And then think about running maybe a Hana U chest piece, which would give you 10% skill haste if you wanted to factor in some more skill haste. But these are the 2 pieces that I just had available and they work really well. Looking at the chest piece, you're going to want to go with repair skills again. Skill haste would have been nice to have this higher, but it was the best that I've got. And then my mod slot, as I mentioned before, is repair skills. Empathic resolve is definitely the talent that you want on the chest piece until you can get the named variant of it for the future green set. But repairing an ally increases their total weapon damage and skill damage by 3 to 15% for 20 seconds. And 1 to 7% for myself. The effectiveness is increased by my skill tier, and obviously we are max skill tier. So it's really, really nice, that 15% buff for all of my team when healing them. And don't forget, obviously, we're also going to be getting the 15% from ground control. And when we ran Dark Hours yesterday and my teammate brought this in for a test really for the new raid, it's noticeable how much extra damage you get from this build. So although it's not the king of healing like an all yellow build would be, it certainly gives you a really good damage boost across your entire raid group. It did have some problems in PTS phase 3 where it only healed your actual group and not the entire raid group, but we tested it in the raid yesterday in Dark Hours and it was giving a damage bonus to everybody in the raid party, and it was really, really noticeable. So for losing a little bit of healing from an all yellow build, that damage boost is really worth it, and that's why this is the build that I'm publishing on my YouTube for a healer build. Flip over to the backpack. Safeguard is a no-brainer, while at full armor increases total skill repair by 100%, and we want to be at full armor anyway because of ground control on the Future Initiative gear set. And that's the build. It's really, really nice. Just so you can have a quick look at my skills, you can see here that I get 7 ammo. The ammo cooldown is 20 seconds. but the ally repair is almost 1.5 million with 266k over time. So if you're going to be running a tank build in the new raid, so someone that's actually spec'd out to be a proper tank, you're going to have no problem keeping them healed. None whatsoever. If we did manage to get overcharged from what I was mentioning before, from the gun talent, you get extra 5 ammo, the radius is 150% bigger, we get 100% extra duration and extra 140% heal. That actually comes more into play when we look at the Hive. So the refill speed is 2 seconds, it's absolutely nothing. 32 charges, the range is 13.5 meters, my duration is 89 seconds, and it's 4.1 million health with 452k healing. Really, really good. Absolutely outstanding. I can actually show you that very quickly in the range, what it looks like. What we're going to do, we're going to turn skill haste off, and we'll actually just make sure that didn't have any effect actually on here. Nope, the refill speed is still 2 seconds. So we're going to drop that. I'm going to damage myself, but as you can see, everything back just with one blink. It's really, really good. And look at the range on it, and that's not even with overcharge. And then with the other skill, with the chem launcher, again really quickly and a significantly good range as well for you to judge. Just a very quick note, if you were going to go all yellows instead, obviously you'd want 2-piece Alps in this build for the extra skill duration and then the extra repair skills as well. You would then want to put in a Hana U somewhere for the skill haste, and then the other one could be anything of your choice. There isn't really another one piece that is suitable, so whatever you've got that is a yellow core attribute with skill haste and repair skills on in the build. But this is the one that I've gone with. I think it's really good. I think it's great for any content that we've got in the game right now, and hopefully it'll stack up in the new raid tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments down below if you built something similar. I'm sure you have with the new gear sets. There's not very many ways you can build this. Come and check me out over on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJTICKLE. We'll be live running the new raid from the minute it launches tomorrow, so do come and check that out. Hit that subscribe button for more Division content. Give me a thumbs up and give me a thumbs down, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.